so the world can still benefit hugely. So this discussion is going on in between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Sanatana Goswami. We are on chapter 10, I believe. Chapter 10, the beauty of Krishna. And Our Grace Govindanandani Mataji covered a good amount of the chapter. She was kind enough to left few paragraphs for me to do some justice. She had a great presentation. I heard the whole class. So my presentation, I hope it will not bore you. I will just make 2 points. Let's first read quickly and then this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving teachings to Srila Sanatana Goswami. It's right here. I will even skip the verse for now. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the Vedic hymn known as Kama Gayatri describes the face of Krishna as the king of all moons. Face of Krishna as the king of all moons.
Prji, can you show us the screen so that would be easy?
Oh, I'm not showing? I'm sorry. Good you pointed that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I was sharing, but then I stopped sharing. You're right. So I am sharing right now. You can see?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can see it.
Thank you so much for correcting and pointing out. That's wonderful. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching to Sanatana Goswami, saying the Vedic hymn known as Kama Gayatri describes the face of Krishna as the king of all moons. In metaphorical language, there are many different full moons, but they're all one in Krishna. There is the full moon of his face, the full moons of his cheeks, the full moon of the sandalwood pulp spot on his forehead, which is a half moon, and the beautiful full moons of his fingernails and toenails. In this way, there are 24.5 moons, and Krishna is the central figure of all of them. That's paragraph 1. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes through, he's describing the beautiful eyes of Krishna, beautiful face of Krishna, beautiful cheeks of Krishna. And this is something nice here. The unsatiated seer of Krishna's face thus laments. So devotees of Krishna, especially the gopis, devotees of Vrindavan, they lament. What do they say to Krishna? I do not have, so to Brahmaji, that I do not have thousands of eyes, but only 2. And even these 2 eyes are disturbed by the movements of my eyelids. So it is to be understood that the creator of this body, which is Brahmaji, is not very intelligent, is not conversant with the art of ecstasy, but is simply a prosaic creator. He does not know how to arrange things properly, so one can see only Krishna. So these Brajavasis, especially gopis of Vrindavan, they're complaining in their minds to the creator of this universe and creator of the bodies, Lord Brahma, that maybe you have made some mistake and why you gave us the eyelids, because when they blink, during those few seconds, we cannot see Krishna. Eyelids should not be blinking. That's their complaint. So this is the gopis' mood. He's the ocean of the beauty. Krishna is the ocean of beauty. His smile all attracts the minds of gopis. Krishna's body, face, and smile have been described as sweet, sweeter, and sweetest. Body, face, and smile. So body is sweet, face is sweeter, and smile is the sweetest. This is Krishna's Karunamrita. So these rasacharyas, um, they can taste and they can share in their literatures also. Now here is some point we just keep in mind we will make after reading. When there are three kinds of contamination in the bodily constitution, convulsions take place. Convulsions take place. Similarly, a perfect devotee of Krishna experiences convulsions when he is overwhelmed by seeing the beauty of Krishna's body, face, and smile. Before Krishna's beauty, the devotees sometimes stay immersed in this ocean of transcendental convulsions without receiving treatment. Without receiving treatment. So devotee goes into ecstasy. He doesn't want to come back from that ecstasy. Just as a patient suffering ordinary convulsions may be prevented by a physician from receiving a drink of water for relief. The doctor is saying, let's wait. Let him have for some more time so we can then deal with it. And this is the last paragraph here. The devotee increasingly feels the absence of Krishna, for without him one cannot drink the nectar of his beauty. When the transcendental sound of Krishna's flute vibrates, the devotee's anxiety to hear that flute penetrates the covering of the material world and enters the spiritual sky, where the transcendental sound of the flute enters into the ears of the gopis and their followers. The sound of Krishna's flute always resides within the ears of the gopis and increases their ecstasy. When they hear it, no other sound can enter their ears, and they're unable to reply properly to their family members. Questions, for all these beautiful sounds are vibrating in their ears. Thus, Lord Chaitanya explained the transcendental constitution of Krishna, his expansion, his bodily luster, and everything connected with him. In short, Lord Chaitanya explained Krishna, the essence of everything, as he is. So, few points we will make. We have half an hour. One point came to my mind. Maybe some previous speakers have addressed that already, but I think it's always nice to hear again and reinforce our faith. That how come this Sanatan Goswami is chosen by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give this very, very deep, intimate knowledge. These are not simple instructions. I mean, instructions, yes, are given to Sanatana Rupa that, okay, you go to Vrindavan, build, excavate temples, the holy places, write books, teach people how to perform devotional services, teach people Vaishnava etiquettes, find the lost deities. Those are instructions. But what we are reading in this particular chapter number 10 here, these are very, very esoteric knowledge of Krishna's body, his sweetness, his flute, his devotees' ecstasies. Generally, in our Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we don't talk too much about this. even many of these esoteric discussions are there in Nectar of Devotion, but then we end in Nectar of Devotion very quickly. We don't go all the way into Nectar of Devotion of Rupa Goswami also. Srila Prabhupada warned us that because of our material conditioning and contaminations, so many narthas in our hearts, we better not go there yet. Only under the supervision and the guidance of very, very advanced souls, we should traverse that path of going that route. So that brings me to this question that why Srila Sanatana Goswami was chosen to share. Especially he was given 2 months time. This is happening in Varanasi at the house of Chandrasekhar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming back from Vrindavan on his way to Puri, and he stops in Varanasi and he's waiting. He knew Sanatana Goswami is coming, so he's waiting. And one day he asked Chandrasekhar that please check is there any guest outside your door? So Chandrasekhar goes outside and he said, no, there is no guest. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, there is somebody there. My heart is saying there is somebody there. Chandrasekhar, he goes back and he checks, he looks and he finds a beggar with a long beard. So he comes back and he says, Mahaprabhu, there is no guest, but there is a Muslim fakir, beggar, has a begging pot in his hand. That somebody, I see some person like that waiting outside for some donation, for some charity. I don't see guests. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, yes, yes, yes. That's the person. I want you to bring him in. I was waiting for him. He is my very dear devotee, Srila Sanatana Goswami. I had met him in Ramkeli when I came from Puri to Vrindavan. I have met him in Ramkeli. He was a prime minister. He was in the prison, and now he has ran out of the prison, and now he's here. And he wanted to see me, so that's why he's waiting outside of your door. Please bring him in. And it's explained. Sanatana Goswami's, as soon as he comes, I think I have some slides. Maybe I can share that with all of you. Here are some slides. You can see my screen also now with slides.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, good. Let's see if I can do the slide show thing. Where did it go? Now it went to somewhere else. I have double screen, so it's playing with me. We will stay here, no problem. So here is Srila Sanatana Goswami. Actually, this slide should be up, down. Here is Srila Chandrasekhar, and as soon as Sanatana Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and greet him, he brings him inside. Here, actually, this picture is not doing great justice. Here he's shown in nice dhoti and blanket, but he had a torn blanket. And anyway, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually asked him to sit next to him inside, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his own hands, he cleans him up. He removes the dust from his hands and arms and head. So you can see the love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Sanatana Goswami. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he tells Chandrasekhar, he introduced Chandrasekhar to Sanatana Goswami, that how he asked him, you have ran from the prison and now you're here, I understand. And he glorifies Sanatana Goswami. And here in the second slide, we will see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, now Sanatana Goswami he begs Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he put straw in his mouth and hold tightly the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and ask him to instruct him. He requests Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to instruct him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts instructing, but before that, I will share with you some verses, very sweet verses, what Sanatana Goswami tells Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's what qualifies him. The point here is, what qualifies him, Sanatana Goswami, to become a patra, to become qualified, bona fide candidate, disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to receive this intimate discourse from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not for 1 hour, not for 1 day, for 2 months. So here is Sanatana Goswami in this particular mood. Please keep this picture in your mind. This is the mood. This is how he's asking, how he's speaking with the straw in his teeth. I am the servant of 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 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is my position. That's what straw in the teeth mean. So in this position, he is speaking to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's saying, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami beautifully writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Tabe Sanatan Prabhu Charan Dhariya Daine Vinati Kare Dante Trinalan, putting a straw in his mouth. Dante Trinalan, putting a straw, Trina means straw, in his mouth, and bowing down, Vinati. Sanatana Goswami clasped the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Charane Dhariya. He put the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his head. He holds them tight. The word used is clasp. And humbly spoke. How he spoke? With the dainya, with that humble mood. What he says. This is Sanatana Goswami. Just yesterday, he was a prime minister in the kingdom of Namaus and Shad. What he's saying to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with that straw in the teeth, he's saying, Nicha jati, nicha sangi, patita adam, uvishya kupe padi, goina janama. Nicha jati, my caste. I belong to the family which is very low born. Nicha means low family. Nicha sangi, my association is very low. Bad association, bad family life, bad association at work. Because what he's thinking, that I was a prime minister in the kingdom of Nawabs and Shah. I used to sit with them, I used to eat with them, I used to help them politically. So my Sangha, my Jati is Nicha, very low. Now, not only that, I am a Patita, I'm a fallen, Adhama, I'm the lowest. Kuvishya kupe padi. Kupa means well. I have Padimina, I'm fallen in the well. Well of what? Kuvishya, of sinful materialism. I have fallen in the well of materialistic life. Goina Janama, I have wasted my life. This is Sanatana Goswami's kind of first introduction to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that who am I? What I know about myself. I am Nicha Jati, Nicha Sangi Patita Adama, Kuvishya Kupe Padi, Goina Janama. This is what he's saying. Then he says, now when we meet sadhus, when we meet senior people, when we meet our family members, we tell them, look, I'm reading Gita, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, I'm reading Bhagavatam, I'm attending classes, I'm going for deity darshan, I'm giving charity. Right? This is how we present ourselves, many of us, so that the family members feel that this person is on the right path, this person is doing good, this person is important. That's the nature of our mind. We want to present ourselves well situated, high class, wealthy, materially, spiritually. This is the nature of the mind. And many times when we approach seniors, gurus, we also have a tendency to show off. Sometimes grossly, sometimes subtly, sometimes in words, sometimes mentally. But Sanatana Goswami is teaching us how to approach senior Vaishnavas. Nicha Jati, Nicha Sanghi, Patita Pavan. Now he says, Sadhya Sadhana Tattva Puchite na jani, Kripakari Sab Tattva Kahata Pani. Actually, I do not know how to inquire about the goal of life and the process for obtaining it. I don't know about the sadhya, what my goal of life, and I don't know anything about the sadhana. What's the process of obtaining that goal of life, the sadhana. I don't know how to chant Hare Krishna. I don't know what Krishna, who is Krishna. I don't know anything. I don't know the tattva of sadhya or sadhana. Puchite na jani. I don't know how to even ask for those. Kripa kari, only by your mercy. Now, being merciful for me, please explain all these truths. Kripa kari, sab tattva. Sab tattva means everything. Please tell me everything if you are merciful to me. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaks. He says, Prabhu kahe Krishna kripa tomate puran hai. Sab tattva jan tomara nahi taptraya. Now here word is taptraya. Taptraya means threefold miseries that's haunting us. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Tomara nahi. You are not inflicted with the threefold miseries. Because he knew Sanatana Goswami's heart. Sanatana Goswami, in words, is such a humble devotee, the Vaishnavas, but his heart is very, very pure. He has left his prime ministership to obtain the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew as Paramatma in the heart of Sanatana Goswami that he has no other agenda. He's here in front of me to surrender fully. He's very pure, like 26 karat gold. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Tomara nahi taptriya, you are not afflicted. Sab tattva jan, and you know all the tattvas of sadhya and sadhana. This is what Prabhu kahe. Why? Because Krishna Kripa is there. Krishna Kripa tomare purna haya. Krishna Kripa is fully there on you, upon you. Therefore, you know. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Krishna Shakti Dharatomi Jana Tattva Bhav. Yani Dhar de lagi puche sadhura bhav. Now here is wonderful also instruction. Since you possess Lord Krishna's mercy, you certainly know these things. However, it is the nature of a sadhu. Sadhu sabhav. Nature of sadhu is to inquire. So you are creating an example for many. You are creating a legacy for many future devotees. That even if you know something, you don't present yourself that you're the knower. You hear, and you hear, and if you don't understand something, you inquire, you ask. But don't present yourself that you know it. Even if you know it, sadhura sabhav is dharaya lagi puche. He asks, he inquires, even though he understands the bhav tattva, janana. So this discussion is going on. There are many verses. I'll stop here from this point. But this is the mood of Sanatana Goswami. This is how he's approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is how he is qualifying himself to be the receiver of these intimate instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, discussions, um, 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 realizations. He's told everything. And then Chaitanya, this is how he's inquiring. And then here is at the very end of the discussion, Sanatana Goswami will say to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu, please bless me with your Kripa Shakti. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives him order that please go ahead and now what I told you in these 2 months, you go ahead and go to Vrindavan and write books and expand what I have told you. So Sanatana Goswami says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I still do not have any qualification. Therefore, you must bless me. Actually, his desire was that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will put his lotus feet on his head. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kindly put his 2 hands on his head and blessed him. He said, you are empowered. You please go ahead. Everything will be revealed. So this is what I wanted to share. This is what makes Sanatana Goswami qualified candidate to receive these instructions, beautiful instructions of Krishna's beautiful form, especially in this particular chapter, as his Madan Mohana, how there is a conjugal love between the gopis and Krishna. And now we read today that how Krishna's devotees feel convulsions when they meet Krishna. Especially, we'll spend next 5 minutes from this last verse, how this flute, Krishna's flute, vibrates. And they feel devotees of Krishna, especially Brajavasis, but all those who love Krishna, when they hear Krishna's flute, they lose themselves. Conversions really mean you lose yourself, your body loses connection with your emotions. Some chemical changes happen in your body also, and those chemical changes produces emotional and physical changes in your body to such an extent that sometimes we say, you know, I don't know where am I. I don't know what I forgot everything. I can't remember anything. These are very gross, very small form of um, what we're talking about here. But on a very large scale, um, your body may be perspiring, your hair stand on ends, and you have goosebumps, and you lose connection physically with your body. Your mind goes out of your body. All different kind of experiences devotee may get. So our Acharyas explains, Rupa Goswami also talk about this in Nectar of Devotion, that Krishna, Lord Gopal, the son of Nanda Maharaj and Jashoda Mai, son of Vasudeva and Devaki, he's standing on the bank of Yamuna, and there are Kadamba trees on the bank of Yamuna, and he goes with his bansuri. Krishna has Venu, Krishna has bansuri. Krishna has three kinds, flute, or three kinds of flutes he plays time to time. But he likes bansuri most. So he's playing on his bansuri with his back towards one of the branch of the Kadamba tree on the bank of the Yamuna. Now, literally, when he plays bansuri, he's calling all his devotees to come. That's what literal means of playing flute by Krishna. So it's explained because he's in Vrindavan forest. Forest has many plants and trees and shrubs and fruits, and so when these trees, different plants, shrubs, when they hear the sound of Krishna's flute, they all blossoms immediately. Any tree which is not flourished with fruits and flowers, they immediately flourish by the sound of the flute. They flourish so much that many of the branches starts bending down. Again, that's a sign of their humility. They want to touch the lotus feet of the Lord. And then the birds sitting on the branches of the trees and the bumblebees. It's explained the bumblebees and birds are chirping, bees are buzzing, the sounds. They actually stop making any noise, because if they make any sound on their own, then they will hear that in their ears. But they only want to lend ears to Krishna's sound coming from Krishna's flute. And Acharya explains that bumblebees lose themselves in ecstasy so much that they actually they don't know now. Because generally, when bumblebees move around the trees and the plants and the shrubs, they know exactly where to go and where to sit. They don't strike, they don't hit the branches. But because now they are lost their bodily presence, their emotions are just hearing the sound, they lose them. So they're actually hitting the branches of trees. There's an accident. This is all happening because of Krishna's flutes, playing of the flute and the sound, the sweet sound. And then it's explained so many wild animals in the forest. They're supposed to chase deers and all these bears and lions and some other snakes. But instead of chasing deers and trying to find smaller animals to eat, they are actually all coming together and they are taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. They're all running towards the sound of Krishna's flute. And then that sound, actually starts hitting the Parvat, the mountains of the Braj. Braj has, Giriraj is there. So when the sound from Krishna's flute, it's hitting the stones of these mountains, the small mountains, they create echoes. And all those echoes go into the homes of all the Brajavasis. And all the Brajavasis, mothers who are dressing their children, they actually stop dressing in between. One shirt is there, but pant is not there, or something is missing. It's missing. It doesn't happen anymore. Clock is stopped. The cows, it's explained, cows, if they're eating grass, the mouth is open. They're not eating grass anymore because they lost connection with the body. Just the sound from Krishna's flute, that's what they want. And they want to trace that sound so that they can go there. The calves who were drinking milk from cows, their mouths are also open. And then the same sound, Krishna's flute sound, actually from those Brajavasis, from this Bhuloka, this is all happening in Braj on this planet Earth. From the Bhuloka, it enters into the Bhurloka, where demigods resides, Charanas and Kinnaras resides. From there, it goes into Indraloka, the Swargaloka, where Gandharvas and Apsaras. Gandharvas are singing, Apsaras are dancing for Lord Indra. They ask Lord Indra that please give us some intermission. We are hearing we don't want to sing anything. We want to stop. Everything stops. From Indraloka, it goes to Tapaloka, Janaloka, Mahaloka, Tapaloka to Brahmas. And it's explained, Brahmaji also leaves Saraswati. He doesn't tell Saraswati and he leaves Tapaloka. Everybody is running towards Krishna's flute sound, so they can be with Krishna. This is the beauty. This is how the chapter name here is Krishna's beauty, the beauty of Krishna. So I was thinking, how is that Krishna's body, Krishna's smile, Krishna's face, yes, they're beautiful. He's in touch with his most beautiful potency, Srimati Radharani, makes him beautiful. Sound of his flute that actually enters into the ears of Lord Brahmaji, and Lord Brahmaji sings Gayatri mantra. That's also that Gayatri is coming, manifestation from Krishna's flute. How is that? The whole universe, different universes, different planetary systems, they're attracted to Krishna's beauty, Krishna's sound of Krishna's flute. So one of our Vaishnava, he explains that Krishna is so powerful. Generally, people who are very powerful, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and these Tesla CEOs and whatnot, and Ford company, they hide themselves from the public. They are afraid of their death. They are afraid people will maybe ask them for some undue benefits or whatnot. Somebody will come and say, give me charity. I want to build a temple. Give me $1 million. Politicians, our Prime Minister Modi ji, such a gentle and genius soul, he still has to get all these, I don't know, 200-300 bodyguards around him. So generally, those who have great opulences, great riches, great beauty, all these Hollywood actors or great wealth, great riches, very strong sports people, they all have to confine themselves. They can't make themselves very accessible. But our Krishna, our dear Lord, our dear Gopal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling us here, he is not only full with all full, he is not complete with all full, six full opulences, but he is fully accessible. He is accessible to the deers, to the peacocks, to the monkeys of Vrindavan. He is accessible to the Gopas and Gopis. He is accessible to Kansa. He is accessible to Putana. He is accessible to Bhomasura. He is accessible to Kaliya. Kaliya has done so much damage, poisoning Yamuna, but Kaliya got the best of the best. On every hood of Kaliya, Krishna dances with his own lotus feet. Who gets the best of the best? Kaliya. So we can see the accessibility of our Lord Gopal. He is supremely accessible. When Narada Muni comes to Mathura, Krishna washes his feet and drinks that Charnamrit. When Sudama comes to Mathura, the most poor person who has 100 holes in his dhoti, doesn't even have needle to cover that hole, needle and thread, that Sudama comes and Krishna washes his feet and drinks his Charnamrit. This is Krishna's accessibility. That what makes Krishna the most beautiful. That what makes the sound of his flute so enchanting. That's my there is some realization, some concoction, some assumptions, but this is how I'm reaching to this conclusion. Sanatan Goswami is given the platform to grasp, to understand, to take home all these messages because he came with his what they call empty glass, not half glass full, not full glass full. He came with empty glass. When he says Nicha Jati, that's Sanatan Goswami mood. But how Krishna reciprocates, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is 100% Krishna. How he's reciprocating with Sanatan Goswami, just like Krishna would reciprocate with the peacocks and the monkeys and the demons and the devotees and the kansas of Braj in the same mood. Lord Ram how he reciprocates with Jamavan or Jatayu, or Jatayu is a vulture, Jamavan is a bear, Hanumanji is Vanara, Bhavishan is coming from a demoniac Rakshas family. Lord Ram is reciprocating with everyone, making him fully 100% accessible to every one of them, giving them, empowering them, not making them dependable on him, but empowering them. Going to the Kishkanda, saying, Sugriv, you rule Kishkanda. Bhavishan, you rule Lanka. He's not interested in ruling anywhere. He's empowering, empowering, empowering. So same Lord Ram, tomorrow is Divine Appearance Day. Same Lord Krishna who makes himself accessible by playing, especially the fifth note on his flute. That's supremely enchanting. But we don't have adhikar. We're told not to go there. Especially myself, I'm very contaminated, so I definitely do not have the right to speak anything further on the sound of the flute and the connection with the gopis and what happens after. We just pray to Krishna that something gets revealed in the hearts of all of you. So many of you have very pure hearts. So I will stop here. We'll give ourselves a few minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes max, so that devotees can share some realizations, and then we will end by not later than 8:05, 8:10. So we have 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you so very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. Hare Krishna. If you want to speak, please turn on your camera. I wanted to actually ask in the beginning, you please turn on your camera. Please, please, please turn on your camera. Especially if speaker has camera on, you turn on your camera. It's a Vaishnava etiquette. If other speaker doesn't have camera on, then you have the right to also not to turn it on. Just too nice to see we're speaking to wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So please share your thoughts and comments, realization. We have 10 minutes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, nice class, very well explained.
Hare Krishna Nirmataji, thank you so much.
You were saying the Goswami put the straw in the mouth, means he spoke all the time the question answer with the straw, or it's just a slang?
It's a slang. What I understand, he literally did it. So he kept it there. This is what my understanding is. He kept it there also. He kept and then he spoke. He spoke very little. Mostly he heard. In the beginning, he spoke, explaining his position. But then he heard so many verses from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This question came to my mind also, so it's a nice question. Thank you.
Yeah, being a prime minister, he is so humble, and comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's a extraordinary human.
Yes. And when he ran from the prison, his journey from the prison to Varanasi was through the forest. He developed diseases. It was very, very challenging for him. For a prime minister to take that role, leaving some thousands of gold coins behind. And he had some, I think, 2 or 3 gold coins, and he told his servant, do we have something? The servant said, no, we don't have. But he knew servant is hiding something, so he told the servant, get rid of everything. If you want to stay with me, no gold coin anymore. We're going to go as a beggar and let Krishna take care of us.
So he had a vision too. He knew that he will see definitely a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah, he had faith. He knew Mahaprabhu is waiting for him somewhere. He didn't know Mahaprabhu is waiting for him in Varanasi, but he got a letter from his brother Rupa Goswami that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has left Vrindavan and is on his way to Puri. So he'll probably stop at Varanasi. So you go. So when he came to Varanasi, he heard Mahaprabhu is here. He has met Prakashananda Saraswati. Thousands of people want to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then he found out that Mahaprabhu is staying at Chandrasekhar's home. So he went there to meet.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you. Any other devotee, please share your hearts.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I cannot hear you, Prabhuji.
Oh no, I got muted. No,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
very sorry. I'm very sorry. Your initiator name is what? Prema?
Paramanand Chaitanya.
Paramanand
Das.
Chaitanya. So not me. So that's my ignorance.
No, that's okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
question what Mataji was asking about the straw in the mouth. It has a significance, right? To keep you humble, or what is the significance?
Yeah, humble. So the practical part of that humility is straw in the teeth. Mean you don't speak much. You put yourself in hearing mode.
Okay.
And if you have to say something, you say in such a way that you never want to, number one, challenge the speaker. Number two, never show your scholarship in your speaking.
Okay.
So you never challenge and you never scholarship. Then you ask for something, especially publicly when other people are around. One-on-one, you can open a little bit more your heart, but so that what the straw in the straw between the teeth literally means. Yeah. But he did it literally. It's this Trina Dante, it's in many verses, many bhajans. And that generally has a significance of it. But here Sanatana Goswami, no wonder he is the best of the best. He did it. He showed to the world. Literally, sometimes they say practical dikhao. So he actually showed through the practical also. But he became the most dear Vaishnava in whole Braj. He's Guru in whole Vrindavan. When you have a Guru Purnima day, all the Brajvasis, thousands and thousands and thousands, they come and worship Srila Sanatana Goswami as their Guru, because he's very dear to their hearts.
Thank you,
And we
Prabhuji.
also like to share, we have 4 more minutes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, turn my video. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, I really liked your perspective of beauty, how Krishna is beautiful because he's accessible, and approachable. So I was thinking, like in the material world, if you're very beautiful, you're not approachable, not very approachable or humble. But this is just the opposite in the spiritual world, and especially with Krishna. And the spiritual world, like when devotees are more humble and approachable, even devotees, not even Krishna, it makes them more beautiful if they're approachable and humble. So these are two like qualities which really struck, like with the example of the straw, like what you said, because I had not heard about the straw. And that was one of my questions too, but now it's clear. But that's a very nice perspective, what you presented today, like how Krishna is more beautiful because he's accessible to each one, no matter what your position is, like even if it's an animal, whatever it is. So I really like that. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Hare
you for
Krishna.
sharing your
Hare
realization.
Bol.
Thank you.
Hare Bol.
Any other comment, realizations?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad pranams. I'll go to Srila Prabhupada. I'm connecting the dots between a conversation I had with a devotee last night and something that you said, and it's really quite striking. So I just wanted to share it really quickly. You had said that when you approach your spiritual master or a senior devotee, you approach them with humility and with an empty cup. And as you were saying that, I was thinking, well, if you have an empty cup and you're approaching the spiritual master, how do you give to someone else? But then I realized that you approach your spiritual master, say, with an empty cup, and the spiritual master fills the cup, but you don't want the cup to overflow, so you give it to someone else. You empty the cup to someone else, and then you go back with humility again to your spiritual master, and it just perpetuates that cycle of giving and taking, and it allows the parampara to continue. So I just want to thank you for helping me connect those dots, that you approach the senior devotee with an empty cup, but you can't just keep filling it to the point where it overflows, because then it's a waste. You have to give it to someone else. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. That's beautiful realization. Yeah, and it's also said that the more the cup is getting filled with the nectar from the spiritual master, in actuality, if it's happening, if it's really happening, that we are receiving so much nurturing from the spiritual master, then our mood, these are the bhajans of our Chilla Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he says, I'm not remembering the lines, but he says to Krishna, that Krishna, I am your cooker. In Bengali, cooker mean a dog, not even a pet dog, but a street dog. Now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's cup is supremely filled. He has written thousands and thousands of bhajans and books, but because his cup is so filled, that his humility is so deep that it's always internally thinking that my cup has nothing in it. Right? That's why he's saying, I am your cooker, I'm your dog. Who am I? What's my position in front of you, Krishna Mahaprabhu? I'm your dog. You can kick me, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says at the very end of Shikshastram. You can embrace me, you can kick me. I'm always yours. So yeah, that's the sign, that's the actual sign that we are receiving so much mercy, when I always feel that I am nobody. I have nothing in my cup. Because as soon as my mind starts thinking that my cup is half full or full, I will, it's what they call fall before the wind, before the fall, something. So that just means bad days are coming. If I start thinking I know so much, that means bad days are coming. And then wind is going to blow, and then that cup will be just part of the dust, very soon. So that's the point here. Is that okay? Make sense? Chilla Haridas Thakur, our Goswamis, they actually represent that humility in real sense by reading their storylines, by reading their life stories. It's amazing when I read the 6 Goswami's book, small book written by our Satyaraj Prabhu from New York. I had tears in my eyes. I read 2-3 times. I remember back maybe 15 years ago. Small book, hardcover. I think it came in soft also, but I had a hardcover. 6 Goswami's book. Amazing. I think we passed 8:05. Officially, I wanted to end by 8:05. So it's 8:07. Thank you so very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Back to our dear Sangheshwar Prabhu.
Yeah. Thank you, Devakinandan Prabhu. Wonderful class, nice class. Nicely explained the beauty of Krishna. As you said, we are not even qualified when to speak. We cannot even imagine or compare the beauty of Krishna, but would be hear a little bit from the devotees. But that's also good enough for us to realize Krishna is. That's the most important. Thank you so much. And as mentioned that tomorrow is Ramanavami. We have program at the temple. So we request devotees to as much as possible to come early. The program is going to start at 6:30, or say 6 to 7 is the kirtan. Then Gaura Arati, then there is a class, Ramakatha. Then there is a Sunday school presentation. Then we have Ram Bhajans and Kirtan, and altar will be closed. Altar will be open till 9. So it closes only at 9. So devotees, please come and take darshan on this very, very auspicious day of Ramanavami. Also, there is a cooking that starts at 2 p.m. So please join. So we are cooking for everybody, and there's a feast. Also, there are services. So please come for, we are going to decorate the temple a little bit, so that it's nicely and presentable. So please join, and also start with the Mangalarati. It's at 4:30. You can join. Also take darshan if you are not able to come in the evening. Come in the daytime and take darshan of the Lord. There will be Ram Parivar in the altar. So we are bringing the deities, so you can all take darshan of the good Ram. As mentioned that also, if you are planning to bring some bhoga items for offering to the Lordships, please bring. When you come by 5 or 6 o'clock, so we'll be offering this to the Lordships in the altar, where especially fruits and dry items and all those, that what you can make, but not so much of the curry or something, so that is can easily handle. Maybe more sweets, more fruits, things like that. So please bring that as well. Yeah, also we full fast till moonrise tomorrow. If you can, please fast. If you are not able to, then just, from grains and beans at least, or have the fruits and the milk, things like that. And also there is a 19th devotees of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj inviting everybody to join Vyasa Puja on 19th Friday, starting at 6:30. So please join us for that program. Okay, I think that's it. If anybody else has anything to add, any other comments or questions regarding this program, or okay. So thank you so much. Let's conclude. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananda Kodi Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari. Hare Krishna. Thank you, all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare
Haribo.
Happy Ramanavami in advance. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
To you too.